How many defense points does this armor give you? Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Where Jason still fakes me out with those intros and catches me by surprise, but now we cut that out.
We always cut it out.
And,
there's probably 10 false starts to the podcast that you never hear on any given episode.
Yep, that's our podcast, the only podcast with 3 capital letters. The only podcast where we care more about all of it than like anybody who watches it.
Well, that was sad. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about whatever we feel like because we expended? Yes.
Expended all of our topics last week.
Yep.
So we don't have much to talk
Put
about.
all of our chickens in one basket.
And
no, that's not how it goes.
Put all the eggs in one basket.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I counted my chickens before they hatched. Ha-ha.
Roll the intro. Bum bam bum bam bum bam bum bam bam bum bam bum bam bum bam bum. I'm the co-host and he's the bro host.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it bros.
That how it bros. So
okay, we're surprisingly high energy.
Okay, no, we're not.
Considering we just walked out in the cold.
You sound a little depressed.
No, really? What?
Yeah.
No.
I think you just talk depressed.
Yeah, you know what? I do.
Yeah, you know what? I do.
Yeah, you know what?
You know what?
There goes everything I was thinking of saying.
Speaking of which, us walking outside, do you want to talk about that first?
I'm trying to remember what I was going to say when I was all like... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, fun fact, the audio from the last podcast perfectly lined up so that I didn't have to edit like where the intro transition happened. It was the exact same time.
Wow. And it's going to happen again.
Nah.
Yeah, it's going to happen again.
Nah, that was way faster.
Yeah, it's going to happen again. No, well, maybe.
Plus, because the intro was different, so I edited that part a bunch. I mean, that technically doesn't change the audio because the beginning had no audio.
But anyways, what we're going to talk about today...
long walks at night.
No, well, I was going to say we're going to talk about a little bit more about team trees and the donations that have happened. And, excuse me, bless me. And maybe some random psychology type stuff. Just, some personal, just some random points of discussion.
We all know what you're here for.
You're here to hear us talk about... I stumbled over that because it sounded weird. I don't think I've ever said a sentence where I said the word here twice.
Here to hear.
You're here to hear.
It sounds like some metaphorical... It sounds like it could be in a riddle. From here to here.
From here to here. Okay, so you're here to hear us talk about random stuff, right? Maybe. I don't know. Comment down... Vote on the poll, right?
Vote on the poll.
You have to put the poll now because you're in charge of the channel.
I've never done that.
It's pretty easy.
It took me forever to get the end cards working right because they kept showing up and then I would say, do it. And then they wouldn't actually be on the actual video. Which I blame YouTube for that because literally I just kept doing the same thing again.
If you hit save, it'll work.
But it didn't. And you know what? When I add the thumbnail, half of the time, it doesn't accept it. And then I have to undo it and add it in again.
Is it too big of a file size?
Nah, it's just the same.
Okay, well, sometimes when it uploads... almost pretty much every time when I upload a thumbnail, it won't...
It's 720 by 128, 1280.
Yeah.
I had to spell it out.
Every time I upload a thumbnail, it doesn't update right away. You just have to understand that.
But then when it does upload, it doesn't actually set it. But the thing is, you can't click set this as thumbnail if it's already should be. You have to then click on another one and then click back. Which I guess isn't as annoying as it sounds, but it confused me.
Well, that's never happened for me, so... Anyways, enough of rambling about random stuff that you don't care about.
Because that's not
what did we just do, Jonathan?
We just walked for maybe not an hour, but close to it.
Well, 40, 50 minutes. So
just outside, down the street and back.
I brushed my teeth.
Around the cul-de-sac.
I brushed my teeth. I was like, I'm going to brush my teeth and we're going to go for a walk. You know, getting ready to go for a walk, you have to brush your teeth, of course.
Of course. It's a requirement.
Obviously.
I skipped that step. I'm going to die in my sleep tonight.
I put on clothes. I brushed my teeth. You would have thought I just got out of bed. And then we went for a walk in the very cold weather, by the way. My hands and face were slightly numb. And the reason why, do you want to explain why? Maybe I should, since it was my idea.
Because it's cold? Oh.
No. Why we went on the walk.
My hands
were
cold.
Do you want to explain why? No, because it was my idea. Why?
Because apparently it helps Jason vent his annoyances at me.
No. You misinterpreted that a lot then. I said...
That was one thing
I said when I take a walk, or just...
Ideas.
When I go outside...
Brainstorming.
No.
Oh, geez, then I did miss
That was
everything.
a side effect. Yeah, you tend to not listen a lot when people talk.
I listen to what I want to
listen to. When I go outside, it makes me a lot happier, because I like nature and I like sunlight, and those things kind of just...
Even when it makes your hands numb?
Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care about cold at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
It doesn't bother me, and as long as it's not a physical danger, which most of the time it's not, I don't really care. So.
I mean, it's my dream to step out in 60-mile-per-hour winds, so obviously I can't care too much about the weather either.
So we did that, and it's because I was just not happy, you know? I wasn't in a good mood, and I was like, we can't record the podcast, because I'm just not going to have any energy or anything. And
so I was all like, "You want me to slap you in the face?"
What I said is that oftentimes when I'm in a bad mood, I get annoyed at you really easily because I'm already in a bad mood, and you can tend to do stuff that annoys me, even though it's subtle and minor stuff, just because I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah, you irritable little dude, you.
I'm only irritable if I'm
small little man.
Okay,
tiny little angry gremlin boy.
You might call me
boy.
You know what? You call me irritable because. For the past 3 years of my life, I have not been happy for a single second.
This goes against multiple things you said before.
No, I like to call myself a happy person, but I say generally, since I started high school, I've been pretty much consistently less happy than I have been.
Oh, boy.
Through most of my life.
You ready for college?
College?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to college.
No, middle school, I was probably the least happy. And I've been...
Middle school, for me, is only happy in retrospect. Like, I look back on it and was like, wow, I hate all of this.
It might be the same.
I remember early high school, I have a friend who, he was all like, middle school is the worst. Like, he's all like, middle school is just hell. And then, can you get demonetized for that? It doesn't matter.
No way.
I'm just using it as a metaphor.
We aren't monetized.
And first year of high school, I was like, geez, dude, you're overreacting. I have some fond memories of middle school. I met you in middle school. I was all like, I kind of said that in my head. I might have said some of that out loud. But then, like, just 1 year later, I was like, yeah, middle school sounds terrible now that I think about it.
It's the worst school. Middle.
It's in the middle. The middle is always the worst place.
But yeah, no.
Buddhism be darned. The middle is the worst.
That's probably a little bit exaggerative, but... Yeah, I guess sometimes, I've been more consistently less happy. I don't know if that made sense. And, yeah, you just irritate me a lot when I'm not happy, so there's that.
You don't say.
Well, okay. Don't think I'm actually getting mad at you. You know,
I know
it
we're
with
buddies.
a grain of salt.
We're hugging right now. We're doing a side hug.
You're hugging me. I'm not really hugging you back.
Interpret that.
We're not really on that. We're not on that level yet, Jonathan. I think you're moving too fast here.
Jeez.
We've only known each other for what, 16 years?
Yeah. Welcome back to Making Sounds with Jason.
Welcome back to. You
don't know what to talk about.
Welcome back to what are we talking about?
Welcome back to.
We're talking about the walk. So we go on this walk and
You've filtered through like every single accent.
We meet a frog. We met a frog.
Oh, it was the smallest frog I've ever caught.
This was a life-changing experience.
I thought it was a cricket, but it was like big enough that it was pushing.
This was like really life-changing. Like this kind of just changed my whole outlook on life. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to get you.
But in the spirit
I'm trying to get the viewers
in the spirit of Halloween that just passed, without a podcast because we don't do podcasts on. What day of Thursday was Halloween?
Thursday was Halloween.
So what if we started doing holiday specials? and you drove me home right after classes, and then drove
that's
me
a good idea. We have to do a Christmas podcast. That would be pretty nice.
Well, then I'll be free because break.
Yeah, we should do a Christmas podcast.
Totally. Dude, what if I haven't done the math? What if it's on a Wednesday, and so we do a normal podcast, and then just the next day, Christmas podcast.
Start making the...
And it's like, we've got nothing to talk about, so we're just going to talk about Christmas.
Start making the stuff that you need.
We're just going to be in like tacky Christmas sweaters, and the background is just going to be like a Christmas kaleidoscope.
Yeah, well...
We're going to be drowning in presents.
For those of you who don't know, I've been pushing the idea about doing an outdoors podcast,
I have
which has been alluded to by the whole location thing at the beginning of all the podcasts.
Which so far has only been utilized for my small little animation.
And
as something different.
But every week I'm like, okay, do you want to do the outside one today? And guess who hasn't made the background for it?
I don't know what our setup is. I don't know where, like in our backyard or wherever we're going to be. I don't know how we're going to have stuff set up, so I want to draw it at least somewhat accurate.
I think I'm probably going to get... We have some sort of fold-out table, I think. I'm going to get that, and then 2 of our lawn chairs.
Dude, we got to get a picture of that, just to see how it looks.
Maybe we should, but no, I can't do it today. I can do it some weekday.
No, I can't do it today.
It's too dark now.
But we caught a frog. So, like I said, in the spirit of the recently passed Halloween, let's talk about some creepy critters. I think me and Jason were talking, and he was like, I think most people think frogs are cute. I'm sure there's some people out there who think they're gross because they're all like slimy and amphibians and stuff.
Oh, you're on this. This was your idea while we were walking to talk about this.
We wanted to talk about animals that shouldn't be cute or aren't considered cute but are still cute.
I didn't want to talk about this because I think cute is really subjective. Although I think it's kind of an interesting discussion to get into.
But it's interesting psychologically.
I think it's an interesting discussion to get into what is cute, like what defines cute.
Wasn't there like a Vsauce video or something that was saying that like it was talking about features that are commonly attributed to cuteness, whether we do it consciously or not. Yeah. And one of them was obviously being small and round.
He also made the one about
having large defined features like big eyes.
What makes things creepy? He also talked about.
Oh yeah, and there's like some overlap because there's like an uncanny valley and stuff.
So
creepy dolls.
So I guess you want to talk about what animals are cute.
Yeah, who out here
first
thinks
of all,
that's what we should put on the poll.
You're really close to the microphone.
That's what we should put on the...
You've been talking about this whole time. You like keep talking over me. You're reverting to stage 1 podcast mode.
Yeah, I just don't care about you, man.
This is feeling like a stage 1. You know how much we've actually improved at making podcasts? Do you realize that?
Yeah, and I'm throwing it all the way today.
Like if you go back to like our first podcast, like it's straight up bad. You know what I'm saying?
I like it, maybe just for sentimental.
Okay, the first one.
First, do you mean the first official episode or the one that you consider the pilot episode?
The very first one, like the pilot. That one was, for some reason, like almost by chance or luck, that was actually interesting.
Really?
It was. That's why people always asked for it, and I gave it, and now we have this, and I guess it's probably a little bit less appreciated. But
yeah, so even though this is the first one of season 2 is episode 13, there actually already were 13 episodes.
Because when we started serializing it, like it just, at first it dropped off in quality, I think. But we've been improving, like we've been getting better at just being hosts, I guess.
I remember I didn't think the first episode in the new format was all that great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So go check it out.
It dropped off after we started serializing it. Is that a word? Franchising it? I don't know.
I don't think serializing is the right word.
I can think serializing would be like if you put a serial number on something.
All I can think of is serial killers and serialist music, which I'm learning about in my music composition
serializing
class.
Like when they stamp a cow with a number.
Yeah.
Like that kind of serializing.
Well, that's what we're doing with the podcast. Episode 1.
Episode 1. Episode 2.
Episode 3.
Episode 0.
Some tacky title name.
So, no, what are we talking about? Animals that are cute. Yeah. Okay, so start with women, obviously. And then...
oh my
I've been waiting for like 5 minutes to make that joke.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Oh, I wasn't trying to make like a women or animals joke.
Are you just like going off of the broader definition of animal in which humans are included?
Yeah, no, okay. You misinterpreted that a lot.
Yeah, dude, I took that as being edgier than it was.
That one's supposed to be like a women are animals. That's supposed to be women are cute, and I have so deep respect for women, dude. I'm such a feminist,
dude,
bro.
You sound like you should be putting on your fedora right now.
Why?
Because you're that type of personality.
Anyways,
lady. Now
that my joke that is spanned out for like way longer than it should have is out of the way.
But the reason why I wanted to talk about it was because I find frogs cute, and I want to know how many other people think frogs are cute. That's what we should put on the poll. Is what I was trying to say. You think frogs are cute, and then animals that I'm sure only the minority of people think are cute, but I think are cute. Snails are pretty cute.
Me?
Oh yeah, you're so cute, little buddy. I'm pinching his cheek right now.
Okay, I'm pretty cute.
My sister, my older sister, thinks our older sister, because we're brothers, thinks snails are cute too. We found 2 of them out on our driveway, not our driveway, whatever the concrete slab we have.
Our concrete.
Is there a word for that?
Slab. Yeah, there has to be, right?
Jeez.
Not a patio.
But they were out there near like one of the potted plants, and she saw the snails and she was like, "Oh my goodness, cute little snails!" And she picked them up and held them in her hand and everything. And I remember when she was younger, she won't do it now, I don't think, but she used to pick up worms too. But when we go to the beach, and I want to ask, but obviously they can't respond. If anybody knows what sand fleas are, they're like tiny little clawless lobsters.
Sand diggers, call them that. And people might recognize that more. I'm sure I
think that's actually a less commonly used term.
I'm sure.
And it rhymes with a slur, so I'm avoiding it because people are going to make puns in their head.
What? What? Are we? What? Where did that joke come out of? That was way worse than my joke.
It wasn't a joke. I'm being serious.
How is that? So we can't say the word digger now?
No, because here's the thing. Unfortunately, whenever I know our mom calls them sand diggers, but I've heard people refer to like Mexicans or like people from like the Middle East as sand N-words.
Really?
Yeah, that's a term that some people use.
Then that makes more sense.
And so now, unfortunately, whenever somebody says that, I think of that.
I thought you were just like, you know what? Rhymes with the N-word. Can't say it.
Yeah, and the implication is that like those places have like their deserty areas, and then they're of course minorities. So, and obviously, only people say
before we talk about this anymore, please move on.
They're like tiny little clawless lobsters, and
they probably know what they are if you just would describe.
Yeah, they're the ones you see digging back into the sand after a wave washes them up. I think they're cute, and you can catch them if you try, but everyone else except maybe Jason in the family reacts to them as if they're just giant cockroaches.
They kind of are. What they call like sand fleas, right?
Yeah.
So
they are literally
it
like
does
freak me out a bit when you're just standing in the sand and like 20 of them crawl over your foot.
They go under your toes.
Yeah, that feels a bit weird. But they're completely harmless, and they look like little baby.
See, the thing is about that, like they're in the ocean. And, like, if a spider was in the ocean, I probably wouldn't hate it so much.
Dude, there are spiders in the ocean. You've seen those deep-sea spiders?
Yeah.
Those things are creepy.
Listen, like, the fact that it's clean makes me just so confident about it. Like, it's in the ocean. It's being washed by water. So how...
Yeah, the same water that fish poop in.
Yeah, and that we swim in, and we probably drink, like, a gallon of in our lives, so...
Fair enough.
More than a gallon.
Not intentionally.
I'm just saying, like a spider is dirty, you know? I don't like...
How is a spider dirty just by nature of being a spider?
No, it's not. So is the frog that we picked up. That's why I washed my hands after we got back inside. Any outdoor creature like that is dirty. Which is why I don't generally go out of my way to touch random animals unless they're like cute like a frog. And when it's in the water, it's like... I mean, how dirty can it be, you know? It's in water. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. Maybe that's nobody else's thought process.
I
think that is nobody else's
something between video game logic and little kid logic, where it's like, it's in water, it's clean. Water equals clean.
Okay, I'm the massive, like, the one branch of OCD that I have heavy is washing my hands.
Because you hate when your hands are sticky.
And germophobia.
But then you were talking about how cute the frog was because he was all sticky.
I cannot stand any part of my body being sticky. Like, if there's friction in any part of my body, and we have hard water, so, like, after I wash my hands, you know that, like...
The soap phlegm?
No, you know how that slippery, almost, like...
Yeah.
Like, how frictiony it is because the hard water after you wash your hands.
I get it.
That drives me crazy.
Drives me crazy.
So I hate my hands getting super wet with the hard water because that has that feeling. And I also cannot stand, like, if I get jelly on my hands or something like that, like a food that's sticky, I will literally, like, go insane. It's not gross necessarily or anything, but it drives me crazy. And also, I wash my hands a lot. And especially when I'm eating, if I get anything on my hands, I don't even use, like, napkins or anything. I literally just get up and wash my hands. And I always just thought this was normal, but then I realized, like, it's probably not. Like, I wash my hands a lot, and I don't think I do it as much anymore. But still, when I'm eating, I just will, like, get up and wash my hands every, like, 5 minutes. So there's that. But, yeah. All in all, what is the moral of the story? Yeah, I think I'm obsessed with water.
My sister, who will pick up snails and maybe worms, will not touch the sand fleas. So anybody will touch those little tiny clams though, because everybody will pick up a shell, and the actual like fleshy part.
What if we touched a clam?
The little tiny clams.
Oh no, the mussels.
We call them mussels, but I think they actually are a type of clam.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to be more specific.
I call them mussels because they're just like one.
Because mussel describes like any mollusk that isn't like a
right. No, I just call them mussel because it's like a
cephalopod.
Wow, you were talking.
I'm sorry, I was trying to remember the word cephalopod.
Nobody cares about your cephalopods and mollusks and stuff. Listen, all I was trying to say is I call them mussels, or I guess we call them mussels because it's just like a tiny little mussel inside a shell.
I'm trying to use the most commonly referred to term. I feel like mussel is more commonly used for those larger mollusks that they actually cook up and eat.
Just call it a clam, bro. Just call it a clam.
Okay, that's what I was doing from the start.
Mollusk. Yeah, you're like, mollusk, cephalopod.
Look, I know my phylums and such, okay?
Yes, but nobody else does or cares. Well, I mean, I do.
Shout out to you, smart people.
Jeez. What?
Hold on.
That just ended everything.
Give me a second.
You killed it, Jonathan.
I killed it.
You killed it.
I was going to branch off of something you said.
We never talked about team trees, and we're almost halfway through if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So, nothing really new happened about this, but it's always an excuse to get more views. Just kidding. Pfft, never would do that. What? No, never would do that. But, yeah, Elon Musk donated 1 million trees, and then I forget his name, but the CEO, I think it is, of Shopify.
I didn't hear about that.
Donated 1,000,001 trees, so he's above Elon now. Also, PewDiePie donated. And,
you knew he was gonna.
I'm trying to think if there's any
an airplane flies by.
Other notable people, but I don't think so. So, in other words, yeah.
Would you mention YouTube?
Oh, well, they're like saying how they're going to match donations through YouTube. Apparently, that's a thing they do. When you donate through YouTube, they match your donation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
but,
progress.
So, it's at 10 million now.
12 million, you said.
Did I?
think.
I don't know.
So more than half.
It might be by the time I'm saying this. It might be like 15 by the time this goes up.
Yeah, and this is just by the end of the year. So if anything, it seems like the goal will be exceeded.
In other words, yeah, it's kind of going crazy. They also have merch now, and all the merch goes to the donations.
Merch is the best, because then you get something in return.
Right. But that also means they're making less profit towards the thing. But anyways, yeah. Cool. There's that. But one thing I thought recently that just kind of like killed it a little bit in my mind is like, where are they planting these trees, and how do they know that, like, what if they plant this somewhere?
Yeah, how are they going to spread this out?
They say, like, they put it in places where it needs, and trees that are native to that place, obviously. But, like, where is that place where you're saying they need it? And how do you know that some logging company isn't going to come in and just...
You're doing the same thing you did last time of being skeptical. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Well, this is skepticism beyond Mr. Beast or Arbor Day Foundation.
I mean, this is also just more like curiosity. Like, we're wondering how this is going to be fulfilled.
I'm saying, once these trees grow up, how do you know, like, this land isn't protected where they're planting them? Because if it is, then they probably wouldn't be allowed to plant them unless they're getting some sort of permission. And so how do you know some logging company isn't going to just say, cool, somebody just planted a bunch of trees for me?
That's not what they do now. Logging companies have a very set process, as far as I know. They have their plots of land. They have them set up, clearly owned property.
In the U.S., you can start cutting trees on any property.
I think I'm thinking of paper companies.
On any public property, you can start logging as long as you pay.
You're right.
As long as you pay, there's like a fee, some sort of tax.
You're right. Logging is like plant hunting. It's just like there's a season.
Same with mining. Any public land, it's like a small price that you have to pay.
Dude, mining? Are we living in Minecraft now? Are there PvP zones?
People mine in real life?
I thought there was only mining Bitcoin.
Wait, you mean I can pay a bunch of money to the government and dig a hole in my backyard?
Imagine we just find a cave and we just go mining and we find something. What an adventure.
That would sound like a great TV show. Like a reality...
Two bros go mining.
Like a reality TV show? No, okay. I'm thinking like Kim Kardashian, or like
In the Mine.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't know. Stupid show. Let's not even use them
like
as an
us
example.
yelling about stuff like, dude, you left your pickaxe back at the...
Yeah, it's just like that.
Time.
It's just like a reality TV show.
Like, dude, my headlamp is out of batteries. I told you to replace them this morning.
It's like a...
and it's like, I did. They ran out already.
It's like a comedic spin on the whole reality TV show family, like, shows like that.
Yeah.
But we're mining. That's a really obscure idea that someday is going to happen.
It's like, dude, I found diamonds. That's quartz, you idiot. We have this in our driveway.
Quartz. Yeah. Yeah, it'll all be staged.
I can come up with a bunch of these skits.
It'll all be staged, but we're going to do that
just shows
someday.
how easy reality TV is.
To stage.
Yeah.
Except for they don't even get that creative. It's just like, you've left the lid up on the toilet. Oh my goodness, we're going to make a whole episode about this.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the month.
Is that animal an animal that it isn't? Because I don't know what animals are.
Do you remember that scene? There was that scene where one of the Kardashians, they had a pig, and then one of the other Kardashians walks in and says,
"Is that a chicken?"
Oh yeah, I remember that. And it was just like the stupidest, like,
I know,
purposely dumb thing.
That's a thing, though. Same sister, loves all farm animals, hates pigs, but Jason here loves pigs. Pigs are adorable. Pigs are so
Thanks
cute.
for breaking that pause for me while I was drinking water. I'm telling you about this.
Dude,
I always drink water.
Whenever pigs are off the ground, they flip their back legs back.
I drink
It's cute.
I drink water, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to drink this fast, and hopefully Jonathan doesn't just stop talking while I'm drinking water. And you did it. You just like pause.
It's because I noticed you were spilling the water on your khaki shorts.
No, I'm not.
Look, right there on your butt.
What?
I don't know how I got it. I think it fell on the chair and then you sat on it.
Literally, there's not. That's not even where my mouth or the bottle was. How did it get underneath my...
Dude, yeah, it must have fallen on your leather
That's literally like
chair,
below my butt where
I'm
I'm sitting. Anyways, now that we're... Once again, don't know... I have no clue where we went.
Pigs are
where
cute.
we came from. Oh, yeah, we never talked about the animals being cute, dude, at all. Or maybe we did.
We did, but
we didn't talk about what makes something cute. Well, I guess we did. You just, like, quoted Vsauce.
Yeah. But, like, why do you think pigs are cute? Because clearly Caitlin doesn't. Both cases, for all of these creatures where there's like a debate, it's just like, does it come down to, are they dirty? Because people just don't like dirty animals.
No, that's the thing. It's a whole point of bias. Just like I think some dogs are really ugly, but some are really cute.
You love pugs.
Yeah. What, are you saying pugs are ugly?
No, I love pugs too.
I think pugs are cute. Whereas
like they're kind of that ugly type of dog.
Whereas like bulldogs, I think, are not cute.
But they have like the same ugly face. Not the exact same.
No.
The same.
They're a lot uglier.
I like pugs. They're cute.
Pugs are cute little raisin faces.
Oh, did I say pugs? I meant I like bulldogs too. Not as much as pugs.
Bulldogs are like...
I like boxers.
I'm gonna beat you up, dogs.
I like boxer dogs and boxer pants.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get a word in.
But also...
I failed already.
Well, no, because are we gonna move to change topics?
No, I was gonna talk about... I never answered about pigs. You keep talking over
Go
me.
talk about pigs.
So it's that bias thing. Some pigs, like baby pigs, piglets, teacup pigs, which are the really small ones, are really cute. A pig out on a farm that has been laying in its own poop for a year and is like a full-grown adult and is fat because they feed it too much corn, which isn't in its natural diet. That's probably not going to be that cute, right? But a baby piglet or a clean little teacup pig, like a tiny little round.
Do you still find, as cute. Long as they're like kept clean, would you find adult pigs cute though? Still, like that.
Maybe.
What about that video of the pig that wakes up to eat a cookie?
I wouldn't say that's cute, but it's endearing.
It's endearing.
Yeah.
What makes those two words different to you?
Physically, he's not like an attractive pig, But what he did was cute. Like he woke up and he smelled the cookie, and he was just like,
cookie. And then
I smell cookie.
And then he eats it. And pigs always eat as loud as possible. Yeah, they eat just like.
This is your assignment. If you have never heard a pig eat, just look up like pig eating on YouTube or something.
Pig eating,
or like feeding my. No, actually, you know what? Find the exact video we're talking about. My pig eats a cookie or something. Just look that up.
Pig wakes up to eat cookie.
Pig wakes up to eat cookie, and
it's just like. They can't not eat as loud as I wanted to say humanly possible, but louder than humans. Pigly possible.
What's the
swine
scientific
something?
swinelarly? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the horse is equestrian, bovine.
There is
feline,
a word.
Canine. What is it for swine? I guess it's just swine. As swinely possible.
That's not it, but it might be close.
Do you want me to look up pig classification name or something? Pig. What makes a pig cute? Do you think pigs are cute?
What make a pig cute?
What's your opinion on pigs?
I like pigs. I think pigs are cute.
Okay, moving on.
Jeez, dude, there was something I was gonna say again.
Okay. The pig.
But
the Sus scrofa domesticus.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, I know that they're like whatever class name
Family,
is Sus.
Suidae.
Or Sus.
Linnaeus cordata, of course. I'm not sure.
Sus. All I'm seeing is sus.
Well, anyways, there's that. I
Sus.
think it's swine, right? Like bovine, swine.
But you can't use that as like an adjective. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Maybe it does, and we've just been using it wrong. Who knows?
I mean, you can't... The only time I can think of using it as an adjective is when you say swine flu.
So, what's next?
I was just going to say, the other reason why people find things that would otherwise be cute as not cute is, like, I know some people who think certain bugs are cute, but I don't, because there's... To me, whenever I see a bug, all I can think about... Like, you know... You ever hear people say, like, why are you so scared of that bug? It's so small and you're so big. That's why it scares me, because they're small. And they're fast. You're trying to, like, just walk past one second, and the next second you know, it's, like, up your pants. Like, they get... You never know where they are if they're on your person. You can't keep track of them. Is that not why bugs creep you out?
Okay, I found... to be honest, I didn't really listen to what you just said.
Oh, my word.
I'm sorry. It's porcine.
Really?
Porcine? I think that's what it is. So it's bovine is cattle, caprine is goats,
Ovine is sheep?
equine is horses, herd is a grouping of any species, obviously. I don't know why they include that. Ovine is sheep, and porcine or porcine, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm assuming it's porcine, like pork, is swine. So there you go.
Canine is dog and feline is cat.
You probably learned something new, and it also defined what... yeah,
Donkey.
A donkey is using its proper name. So
I said bugs are scared. You know how those people are always like, why are you scared of bugs? They're so small. That's why I'm scared of them, because they could be anywhere on your person and you wouldn't know. And they're so fast too.
But they can't do anything to you.
Some can. That's why I hate bees and stuff.
Okay, would you be more...
I don't hate bees.
That's not going to kill you,
I love
though.
bees. They
pollinate. Okay,
pollinate.
which are you going to be more afraid of? A lion or a bee?
How far away is the lion?
As close... No. Like 1,000 feet? The lion, Jonathan! You don't have to think about this. A bee is not going to kill you in any way.
I've never been stung by a bee. I could be allergic.
Even if you are, chances are
all you have to do to kill a lion is shove your arm down its throat and then find its epiglottis and push it down so that it chokes.
Easy. That is so easy. That's
the actual survivor advice for like a tiger or lion.
It's trying to bite your arm off. Just stick your throat down.
You do it between their eye teeth, their canine teeth, so that it can't like actually bite your arm off.
Anyways,
it's gross, but it's supposed to be.
The moral of the story is
now if it's more than one lion, you're dead.
If you're that afraid of a bee, carry an EpiPen with you. And even if you're allergic, to be honest, there's a pretty low chance that you're going to die from an allergy or that you're not going to be able to get to a hospital or something in time for you to recover from the allergy. So, in other words, yeah. I'm
just being a wuss.
Kind of.
I like bees. It's wasps and hornets and yellow jackets.
The wasps are literally just
because they have nothing to lose. They're just like, I bet some of them just go out some days and they're just like, it's a good day for stinging.
Wasps are just malicious by nature. They just exist to cause pain and like eat and reproduce.
when you don't have to take responsibility for your powers, because there's no downside. You don't kill yourself for stinging someone. It's just like, why not? It's like, it wouldn't hurt to sting him. I mean, just be careful. Better safe than sorry. You know, they're a victim. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't like wasps, but I think they're a victim of their circumstances. You gotta acknowledge it sometimes.
And what do you mean a victim of their circumstances?
They were raised without consequence, so they just sting whoever they want.
You mean evolution?
Elevation.
Evolution didn't do them dirty enough?
Elevention. What is that?
Yeah. Evolution didn't do them dirty enough, you're saying?
Yeah.
Evolution was too kind?
They had it. Yeah, they had it too easy, man. So now they just think they're the kings of like their kingdom.
And
except they're
they can't be beaten by
matriarchy.
natural selection anymore.
Yeah.
But that means if some kind of predator evolves that absolutely can annihilate them.
Yeah, bears
they
don't
will
even want a
all
piece of them because
die.
they don't make honey.
They will all die if some species evolves that can kill
Yeah,
them.
because they're not prepared for it. They think they're the best of the best, but as soon as they face a real
Because
challenge, they're going down.
their evolution has stagnated because there's no pressure on them.
You know, why don't we just genocide wasps?
That's what I'm saying.
To see if they can
That's
handle
what I'm
it?
implying, but I'm not trying to give the government any ideas.
Yeah.
Like
Wink, wink.
Like I don't want them to drop chemtrails that are gonna hurt us too, just to kill wasps. But I mean,
What if
I'm
that
just
was?
saying,
What if that's the story all along? And we
Why
were
are you-
giving them a hard time.
You've never done this during a podcast before.
What is
You're
this?
like getting so close to the microphone and talking louder than normal and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I don't
Yeah,
know what's
I
wrong with me.
It's weird. And okay, 35 minutes.
Every day I gotta have a different personality every day,
See-
or else it's not interesting.
And you're doing this. You're talking over me a lot, like the first episodes. We got past this, and you're reverting, Jonathan.
I'm sorry.
I don't forgive you.
Maybe
but
you should try being more interesting.
It's almost like I'm carrying the weight of this entire podcast on my back. But next topic. All I turn to you for is the topics. I'm not
really?
gonna-
I paused. I'm giving you some space.
Oh,
you
you're
wanted
giving me
some space
some
here,
space
dude.
for a topic?
Yeah, dude, I'm giving you some space.
Oh, okay. Then let's talk about my channel.
Oh.
Oh, a solo spotlight on me, huh? It's almost like that's
No,
what,
dude, now this is really the early days of the podcast. Where it's like
We're-
literally,
yeah.
I remember back in the early days, I was always like, okay, Jason's going to talk about his channel again. I got to come up with a unique timestamp name for this new channel discussion. I'm kind of running out of them.
And every time
Let me
it's
see.
just so I haven't been uploading.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
And
well,
it's the same thing this time, or
that-
it could be.
It is because why else would I ever need to talk about my channel? That's
Well,
selfish.
unless you have like,
well,
unless you have
That was loud.
specifications, updates, big plans.
yeah, but I would talk about that on my channel.
True that.
So if you're curious,
Excuse me while I turn into a pig.
yeah, if
I'm
you're-
going to go porcine.
if I'm allowed to talk. If you're wondering why I haven't uploaded on my channel, assuming that you came from my channel, I guess there might be a possibility that there's like one person that actually just found the podcast. But if you are wondering or concerned or like my videos or something, then first of all, thanks. Second, yeah, I haven't uploaded in a while, mostly out of a crisis of not being able to do what I want or not knowing what I want to do, kind of a combination of the two. So Minecraft kind of got overplayed, which I knew was going to happen.
Literally.
But it just got overplayed. I mean, when anything like that just jumps on such a big like trend, just like such a strong resurgence like that,
it's funny.
It's gonna die just like
The
Fortnite
ups and
eventually.
downs, because Minecraft already died and was
Yeah,
resurrected.
and now I'm playing Fortnite
and now
a bunch.
it's dying again.
And now I'm playing Fortnite a bunch, and
Dude,
I haven't played
Fortnite's
Minecraft
second
in
rate.
months.
Dude, it's literally, what if life as we know it, now ever since the
Is
creation
cyclical?
of Fortnite, is just an ongoing up and down, like
Of Minecraft and
contrasting
Fortnite, like a sine and cosine.
flip sine and cosine of Fortnite and Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what it seems like so far. At least for
And they're
me
just at
personally.
constant war with each other. And like it affects everything. Like the tides change with Fortnite and with the Minecraft as they rise and fall.
the moon's phases.
The water cycle changes. Literally everything.
So I had this.
Religions develop around it.
I've had this ongoing series, right, where I play Minecraft and I have a hardcore world and trying to beat the Ender Dragon or whatever. But like first of all, it got no views. Like it did terrible
Some of them did
on my
good,
channel.
didn't they?
One of them did particularly well, but overall they just didn't get views. And
Which one?
I can understand. Is the one where I got all those enchantments on my stuff. If you would remember that, probably not. Yeah, they just underperformed, and I can understand because when you make something, like, you should be entertained with it. But it got to a point, like, it started off fine, but it got to a point where, as I was making the episodes, they felt longer to edit. It became where it was longer to edit because it's harder to edit just like so much so like 2 hours of gameplay. It's going to be more time consuming. So it got to a point where I just wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't giving me as many views, and just overall it was taking more effort to edit and stuff. So it was like less reward and more effort. And I understand that some people might have enjoyed it and wanted me to keep going, but I just didn't really, there wasn't enough reason for me to. And I think I'm going to finish it out until I beat the Ender Dragon and then stop. I think that's where I end it. So probably in like 2 more episodes maybe, or I might just get ready off camera and just do it. But probably 2 more episodes. But yeah, I've just really had this crisis of not knowing what I want to do. And then also my, like, you know how I had that red screen in the background, which I used as a green screen.
Oh yeah, that fell down.
I didn't have a green blanket. Well, it fell down, and I was like, you know what? I can't really stand this being in my room anymore. First of all,
it wakes me up in the middle of the night.
It
and
was
I think
barely functional. Second of all, it was really depressing me because I felt like so...
Because your mouth kept getting registered as part of the background.
No, I felt so trapped and claustrophobic with this giant thing.
Oh, dude, that's understandable.
Because you have to understand how I had it set up. There was like 2 chairs, and then it was leaned up on this bench, and like these shoe boxes, and this giant tripod with this shower curtain rod, which had the blanket draped on it.
And which is still sitting here, by the way.
And now, that's the curtain rod. And now, as you can tell, like you probably, when you came home, this room felt like it just got like 2 times or 3 times bigger, literally, when I took it down.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much space. And I'm having to break the habit of walking into my room and walking around over to my bed, where I would normally walk around the setup.
Imagine your new habit clashes with your old habit, and you walk through that space, but then your brain says, "Oh no, there's something there," and you just like phantom hit a wall and fall over.
But long story short, I am going to try to be making a new setup that's going to be a lot better and more concise, I guess.
As far as
with the green screen, an actual green screen.
Oh, where are you going to get that?
And so
dumpster diving?
No, a place where you buy cloth. And so, in other words, right now I'm kind of just trying to hold off on making my videos until I can come back, kind of with a bang, I guess, or just with something new.
Yeah.
Until I have myself all sorted. I also made a little intro, which I think looks all right for my videos. Just a little something, I don't know, just trying
Just a little bit.
change stuff up and not make it so I get,
Oh yeah, and he
worn out.
He really does mean he made it. I made all the intros for other stuff, but he made his own.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I haven't seen it, so I'm going to be surprised. Oh boy.
It's not that cool. It's like 2 seconds, but...
Well, an intro shouldn't be too long. Some people have their super long intros,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what is this? Like, an anime opening
and
or
then
something?
Then you click off the video because...
Yeah. Or just at least
the
skip
dubstep
ahead.
intro is 10 seconds long, and it doesn't look like it's ending soon.
Dude, as far as Minecraft is concerned, maybe not other games, but Minecraft, I feel like it'd be more entertaining if we played that together. But we just finished our own world. In terms of beating the Ender Dragon.
Yeah. I did a lot of stuff on our world by myself.
But, later on, because I didn't have as much time to play.
With me much.
But, transition to that, we talked about having other content here on the podcast channel and just have it be the us channel. Because I used to be on his videos. I used to be on videos on your channel.
I forgot about that, and that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Because we could rebrand it as, like, the whatever you want to call it.
Pod Play.
Or,
that would be the sub-series.
Like the Bros channel or something. I don't know. Something. That maybe sounds a little stupid.
I thought of having every single sub-series on the channel be a pun on the word pod.
But the reason why
to
that...
reference the podcast, and then every video title has a bro pun in it.
Well, I was going to say, if we rebrand it to be more... something different than just having our channel be named the podcast, because that doesn't work very well for... Yeah. It's not unique at all. So, yeah. Yeah, poor naming on my part.
That's why I said I wanted to go with the original name that I had for the podcast, which was The Escape Pod.
I don't remember that.
I said that a long time ago and you made fun of it.
I remember Brocast and Dopecast, of which the first one sounds stupid, the second one sounds like it's a podcast where they smoke weed, and...
I know, but that was just a pun I came up with.
I don't remember Escape Pod, and what relevance does that have to anything?
It just sounds cool.
It makes it sound like we're in space or something, and our space shuttle is
It's an escape pod because entertainment is an escape from reality. And also just because it sounds cool.
True. Do you want to talk about that? So, whenever I start crying to myself, I listen to music. I'm just kidding.
But, I mean, Also,
okay.
it's saved in my files.
When's
the
the
song for the opening the intro is saved as a skate pod.
When do you think is the last time that you've cried?
Because it sounds more interesting. The last time that I cried?
Yeah.
When I was like 10 and I didn't get what I wanted.
Seriously?
The only times
you think it's been that long?
The only times I've ever cried are back when I was young and I wasn't happy about something. Not when I was like sad, just when I wasn't happy that I didn't get what I wanted.
Let me give you a follow-up. Have you ever felt like you wanted to cry or like felt like you should cry?
Oh yeah, all the time when something awesome happens. And I'm like, this is so
crying
great.
Out of joy only?
Yeah. The only times I've almost cried out of sadness are at funerals.
Okay, well, so it's like people say that it's good to cry every once in a while. It like releases your emotions, I guess. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Yes, but I still hold it in.
Like a man.
Well, no, because seriously, like I said, with only rare exceptions, the only times I feel like crying are out of happiness. And sometimes happiness just boils down to, I really like this song.
Okay, don't you think you could like think of specific events that would make you cry? Like happiness.
Sad? Oh, happiness. Events. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I can...
And then I don't want to cry every time I think about those. Especially if I think about them a lot, so I choose not to.
No, I'm saying like I can think about stuff that if it were to happen to me in the future, I would definitely cry. Like instantly cry.
Like your channel blowing up and then...
Maybe.
And it was like, guys, thank you so much for getting me more subscribers than PewDiePie.
No.
I'm so glad I got this, what's something more valuable
more
than
like
diamonds?
the day when I like can hand my parents like
Plutonium
$1 million
replay button.
when I can give my parents like $1 million or like one of my friends like $1 million or something. If that day ever comes, that would be a crying moment right there, don't you think?
I'm so happy to give you this money.
You know,
I don't know, that sounds a bit weird.
It does. Maybe not money, maybe not money, but in the form of a gift. Like my goal has always been...
It sounded like you straight up said GIF, not gift. So I imagine you like on Discord or on Snapchat, you just send someone a GIF, and then you just start crying like, I love this GIF so much. It's so funny.
By the way,
it loops so well.
By the way, I'm gonna mail you a check for $1 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my goal has always been not just for like wealth, but more so wealth. What comes with wealth being the ability to give other people lots of gifts. Like, give back to other people. That has always been a thing for me.
I mean, I have the same goal, but I don't want to give people stuff in the form of money. I don't see...
Yeah, it's meaningless. That's what I'm saying. But
I want to give people... If I did what I wanted to do with my life, and people were just happy that I was making stuff, then... Jeez, you're like positioning me.
Well, if you look, you got really loud there, and then you got far away and quiet. So.
If I just made what I wanted to make and people liked it, that would be the happiest I could be.
Maybe. Well, that's why I also do YouTube.
And I feel like that stuff would be more valuable
than
just handing out money.
If I can make people entertained, then that's why I do YouTube. And then if I can make money and give that, like... it's weird. Not to like play God or something, but if you like have a friend and you can see like they've been going through something or like working hard on something and they're just like, but stuff isn't going right for them, having the power to kind of help them, you know, give them a gift, just make them feel better in some way.
Yeah, well, I've always been compelled
I'm sure
to do
you
that.
can do a lot with your circumstances currently, and there's a lot of ways to do that without having money. But in some cases, there are things that money does buy. There's cases where money can buy, in some way, something that can not just be happiness directly, but can give happiness.
Everything I've ever done in life has been motivated by happiness. Everything I either do is something that makes me happy directly or makes other people happy. I literally don't think there's much else that motivates me. Because I don't like food that much. I don't like... Well, I like video games, but that's entertainment, so that's happiness.
Well, what else really matters?
Well, yeah, but some people find happiness through, like, indirect means, like money, like you said. Or, like, sometimes through bad habits, like, they might spend an unhealthy amount of time just, like, eating foods that make them happy. Sweets. Just junk food. But, like...
I think money can give you supplemental happiness.
True.
It can't give you everything, but it can give you some stuff. Like, if you're just an emotion, like, you're super depressed and just, but you have tons of money, that's not going to do anything
But
for you.
I'm pretty heavily motivated by making other people happy. Because, like, even someone as, what's the word? Reserved. By the way, that was the word from the last episode.
I'm pretty reserved.
Reserved. Someone as reserved as me. I made a poster for just my table team on chemistry.
Shout out to Miss Cannell.
Just because I thought it would make everyone happy. And I would never do that because it seems so embarrassing. And I've never, made art that I willingly showed to anyone ever. Except back in kindergarten.
That's why every Christmas I make something for the family, you know?
Yeah,
I've been doing that
I made
for a
you
while.
3 game demos in, the span of
Okay, you're
2.5
talking about
weeks.
you now, but I'm talking about me. Because that was a thing for me, and that was cool. But I do something for the whole family every year. It's been a tradition. Do you normally do that? I don't think you do.
I
don't. That sounded really pretentious, all of that. I don't know what. That's not my point.
First of all, I was wondering, what did you do last year? Because I remember.
The video.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was, for some reason,
Why
that
do you
was 2
always...
years ago.
You say something, and then you remember something, you just, start beating my chest, calm down.
Well, first of all, I don't think they could hear me beating on your chest, but they definitely heard you beating on
Well,
mine.
yeah, I had to exaggerate it for the comedy points.
But how about the year before? Because I feel like you're saying this like it's a trend when it was really only one thing.
No. There was something.
But I usually focus on
remember.
you because I specialize on making you happy the most. And I can't think of anything that would make everyone in the family happy that I'd be capable of making, which is sad.
I can't remember what I did. What was it? No.
No, I have to be a good person.
I feel like it.
Please.
No, it might have been another video. I like making. I mean, obviously, I like video editing and making stuff like that.
I mean, you made that thing that was like a blooper reel from Caitlin's
Yeah,
video.
I made that. I've made a lot of stuff like that. That wasn't Christmas, but yeah.
That's the only other video I can think of that you made for the family.
But
Sort of. For
I
the
have
family.
done other stuff. I made those trading cards that one year. You remember that?
You did?
Yeah.
Yes. Was that Christmas?
It was Christmas.
Jeez, we're talking a lot about
long
winter
time
and
ago.
stuff.
Christmas. We never talked about the debate about Christmas music. That's a good
Oh,
transition.
I wanted to end with that though.
Bing bong.
Because the original
Well,
transition
we're 10
was
minutes.
going to be.
We have 9 minutes left, so I mean that's plenty of
we
time.
can go a bit over.
Okay, well, what else do you have to say?
Well, the original transition to Christmas stuff was going to be talking about. We were going to wrap up Halloween by talking about if you like candy corn.
Oh, no. Moving on.
I like candy corn. I think it tastes like honey and marshmallows.
I'm not
That's what I
gonna
always
hate on
say.
it, but I don't like it.
Well, I've heard people say it tastes like waxy, and I never noticed that.
I think it's more of a consistency thing.
But no, because then I did have one
It's
brand
chewy.
of. I've had different brands of not cotton candy corn, different double C. And one of them, only after I thought about it,
Well,
did taste like wax,
that's-
but the other brand didn't. And I'm
That's
thinking
just
that
like-
brand has soiled the name of candy corn. I don't remember what brand it was.
It's just like it's literally the exact same thing as the candy hearts with Valentine's Day, where
I don't think anyone really likes those. I
they
think they just put up
depend
with them.
a lot depending on the brand.
Yes.
Every brand has a very different
Well,
take
yeah,
on
you're actually right. The
on
sweet-
confectionery hearts. So, but they're also kind of thought of as a staple candy of the of the holiday.
And those ones, they really do, they're completely different between different brands.
Yeah, but candy corn is just kind of like sugar, and it's not something I would eat. It's not something I wouldn't eat.
But everyone's always bashing
It's like how
on
you-
candy corn, and I like it.
You know how you hate the blue raspberry flavor in candy because it's just it's not a real flavor.
No, everyone loves blue raspberry. They hate watermelon and banana.
No, you hate the idea of a flavor being blue raspberry because it's not a real fruit. It's just sugar.
Yeah.
That's what candy corn is like. It's literally just like eating
Except blue
sugar.
raspberries are at least based off of black raspberries.
Well, to
And
me,
watermelon and banana are
to
based
me,
off
it's
of
just
extinct
candy
species.
corn is just like eating sugar, and it's chewy. So, I just don't see any real appeal to it.
I like it. I think it has a distinctive flavor. It's definitely not the most
Well, once again,
distinctive
it
flavor.
depends a lot on the type you get. There's
I know.
different flavors, different brands.
It's just, in some circles, it's a meme to hate on candy corn, and I think that's unfair.
Well, recently this year, it became a huge meme for some reason.
But it reminds me a lot of what people say about fruitcake. Now, we both like fruitcake, right? Almost
yeah.
no one likes fruitcake, but we both like fruitcake. Because I like dried fruit. I like nuts.
It's not
and
dried fruit.
It's what do they do to it? It's candy.
Candied.
Yeah. But it's a drier form of the fruit.
It tastes good. I like fruitcake.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly visually that it turns people off because it's kind of just looks like a poop brick.
The same
fruit.
friend who hated middle school once said, I like fruit. I like cake. I hate fruitcake.
Hey, we just made a discovery. the three like staple foods or candies of Halloween or of holidays. Halloween has candy corn. Valentine's Day has the candy hearts or confectionery hearts, and then the fruitcake for Christmas.
Yeah, and they're all controversial on whether or not you like them.
Very controversial staple candies there.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, is there like a staple candy?
It's a candied fruitcake.
I was trying to think, is there like a staple candy or dessert for our Christmas? I guess
candy canes.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Dude, huge laughs.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Well, fruitcake is still one of them, especially.
Aside from that, though, it's mostly cookies.
More traditional.
Gingerbread.
Yeah, but more traditionally, like fruitcake was a lot popular, like older times.
Dude, I've always wanted to make old-fashioned figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding. Bring us some figgy pudding.
I can understand why people don't like fruitcake, though, mostly for texture reasons.
And bring it right.
Well, maybe because some people just don't like too much nuts and stuff too. I used to be the same way. I didn't like nuts in anything.
Regardless of whether you like fruitcake, what's your take on Christmas music?
Yep, there's the transition.
You're welcome. I didn't want to talk about
our dad is
fruitcake.
already playing Christmas music.
I asked him to.
Oh, really?
So don't blame it on him. Yeah, I asked him to.
I can only jam this early. I can only jam to Christmas music if it's Wonderful Christmas Time. But then our dad and our mom are always like, but they play that all the time. And I'm like, I never hear it. Apparently in like grocery stores, which is where they live.
No, it's just dad because he apparently hates that song and he says they play it all the time.
Yeah. I love it though. I realize it's an unconventional
You really
Christmas
didn't
song.
contribute anything to that argument though. I thought we were going to have a discussion about this.
It's a tangent, but we are going to discuss this. When do you think is too early to play Christmas music? Because obviously you're already
before Halloween.
Before Halloween? Which he was for a short while. And you recommended it then, too, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Why then?
Because I guess this sounds like you're going to eat this or you're going to destroy this argument because you were just talking about how it makes no sense. But I guess it makes me happy.
I found your hypocrisy.
It makes me happy. I was just like, put on some Christmas music.
Okay, well, I'm going to get back to that point.
Because by the time Christmas comes, I don't want to listen to Christmas music because it's way overplayed. But if you kept, like, if I listen to it
once... Well, now you just made my point for me.
If I listened to it, like, once a week or something, then it wouldn't get outplayed. And then it would still be enjoyable leading up to and building the hype for Christmas.
I do not like to get the Christmas spirit on too early because it rises up,
it'll make it
fizzles
worse.
out, and then Christmas actually starts happening, and I have no more spirit left.
But in some ways, it can build the hype a lot.
Have you ever...
If you care about...
Imagine a game is announced, and then it's in production for like 5 years. Like, where's the hype for Metroid Prime now that they've announced that it's been delayed?
Gone.
Yeah, because it's just... You can only put it off for so long.
Yeah, but Christmas has a attainable date. We know when it's going to happen.
I know,
it's not like a game that just disappeared.
You can only keep yourself hyped up for so long before your body's just like, I'm tired of this.
You can, but...
at least for most people.
Christmas means money, and to a lot of people that means good things, and that gets them going for as long as they need.
I can't wait to have money and material possessions.
Yeah, I think Christmas is a weird paradox for me, because, as I've mentioned, like, during the winter...
Wait, dude, we're glossing over the elephant in the room. When is the right time to start playing Hanukkah music? Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of clay.
Before... anytime after September, I think.
Now, what about that Kwanzaa music? Dude, is there Kwanzaa music?
Beyond December. December has to end before the Kwanzaa music comes out. That's my official, There you go, that's my official.
That's my official.
So, no, what was I saying now? Oh, yeah. As I've said, like, during winter and fall, I get more emotional, I guess. I don't...
J-Sob.
That's a weird way of saying it, I guess. More
crying all the time.
Less apathetic.
J-Sob more.
So, anyways, Christmas just associates kind of, I guess, happiness and
sentiment
and sappiness and nostalgia and sentiment, because during that time period there's a lot of emotion. Whereas if you just said summer, I would be like, oh yeah, that's fun, but it's not just gonna make me like, wow, that brings me back to the good times. Whereas if you mention like fall or winter, it like I have specific memories of like middle school like fall time events that happened that are good memories or nostalgic events for me. whereas I couldn't do the same for spring or summer, just because of the way my brain works somehow.
Can't be nostalgic about summer?
No, well, a little bit, but less of an extent. And less oddly specific stuff like some event that happened in 7th grade or something. I'm just giving examples.
Our winter is going to be a bit more similar to our summer this year because we're going up to Pennsylvania.
But I'm just saying, no.
We're not doing that?
That was just talk.
That sounded so like we were decided on
Well, you know
that.
Dad, and he's probably not going to want to, even though we legitimately were.
Are you sure? It's his homeland.
Anyways.
No. Because I was going to say my side.
I think Mom just said dinner's ready. Mom just said
Okay.
dinner's ready.
Then trying to wrap
I was just trying to wrap up. I'm saying so.
Well, I got to give my side.
Okay, well let me finish then.
Okay.
So Christmas basically just is a more emotional time for me. So it kind of knocks me into that nostalgic state, and that automatically associates generally happy or bittersweet, kind of sentimental feelings, and therefore Christmas music is a gateway to that memory, and there you go.
Yeah, I was just thinking actually before I took my shower because the music was playing at that time this morning. I don't like the sappy Christmas songs. I think Christmas should be happy. I don't like the ones that are all bittersweet.
Yeah.
It's talking about your mom dying and you gotta buy her shoes.
Oh,
I mean, that's nice.
That's
but I don't
just sad.
That.
That's not even bittersweet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is kind of. You got the shoes.
Well, there's room for sad things and bittersweet things. But I wasn't talking about music when I'm saying bittersweet.
Oh, no, I realize. I'm just talking about general.
I'm just saying,
it made me think of that.
The only reason why I'm saying bittersweet is just because you're growing up, you're moving on in life, things change. And so anything nostalgic is generally bittersweet.
Now, I was just going to say that I abide by the wait until after Thanksgiving rule. Because every holiday should have their time.
Thanksgiving.
Every holiday should have their time, but also I don't like to think about Christmas too early because to me, I always associate Christmas with the semester is over, finals, all that stuff, and it makes me stressed. Because it makes it seem like it's right around the corner about to slap me in the face.
I don't associate that because for me, Christmas means a break before finals in January.
Yes, for you it means a break but not an end. For me it means an abrupt stop where everything's got to be checked out. And if my grades aren't good, then the Christmas season is bad because all my parents are saying, you ruined your classes all Christmas long.
For me, this time is the best because there's so many breaks from here until the end of the semester.
Well, now you know how it feels on my side.
Yeah. This, like, fall and winter is always the best because there's so many holidays, whereas through, like, spring, there's a lot less. So, yeah, that's always good, too. And, my final opinion about the Christmas music is I don't think we should say that there are any rules. I guess, it's really up to you personally. And if somebody's in your family is like blaring music or your friends are blaring music and you don't want it, then suck it up because appreciate their Christmas spirit.
Yeah, tolerance is important.
Or just ask them to turn it off. But I think...
Or turn it down.
The idea that...
Compromise is key.
I understand it's like a joke that we argue about this, but... If people take it seriously, there's really no reason to. Some people might want to listen to it, some people might not. To each their own. Whoever wants to tackle it the way they want.
Oh, I did say.
If you want to get in the spirit, go ahead.
I did say my mom was talking about some like radio host or something. No, something on TV. They were talking about how they were already playing Christmas music well before Halloween. And I was just like, I feel like people who are that into Christmas must just have like a giant hole in their heart that they're trying to fill in with Christmas. And that's like all they've got to hold on to.
Okay,
and I'm like, I feel sorry.
As far as rules go, I draw the line at like keeping up your Christmas tree or decorations all year round. That is a very you've crossed the line a long time ago. Yeah, some people do that because they're lazy. And also, as an extension to that opinion, if I ever, or when I ever live on my own, I'm not going to put up any decorations for any holiday except maybe Christmas. Because I hate decorations. They're a waste of time and energy.
True that.
Thanks for watching the podcast.
Yes. Thanks. Come again.
I start to think about where I'm going to place the outros, but it doesn't matter anymore because that's your responsibility.
Sometimes I think about where I'm going to say bye, and it's right when you interrupt me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you were going to say bye. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait.
Wait, what?
After thing.
The telephone is ringing.
I was just gonna say.
Well, I thought that there already
say,
was an after thing. That's why I was bringing up the whole.
Well, no, because
thing.
there was one other point that I was just gonna pin at the end.
Okay, pin it.
There's a different debate that's slightly different because there are different time zones for this. When do you think should be the earliest you can put up your Christmas tree? Because obviously we don't have the tree up yet. I do think that would be.
I think you're just doing too much work if you do it before Thanksgiving. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly. But I've heard people who have it up, like you said, during like Halloween decorations. They got them up simultaneously.
Yeah. Once again, though, personal preference. So
personal preference.
You do you.
If you want to do double the decoration, then sure, put yourself through that torture.
This is Jason and Jonathan, the holiday experts, signing off.
Peace.